Okay, so you ready for this? We're going deep on 2 books. And like they sound intense.
Oh, yeah.
Life 3.0 by Max Tegmark and A New Dark Age by James Bridle. Just the titles right.
AI technology. That's a lot.
IRA, tech out of control, like existential crisis territory.
Yeah.
They actually connect in this weirdly hopeful way about the future. It's a trip.
Interesting. So we've got, what, Tegmark's looking at all the wild ways AI could change things.
Exactly. And then Bridle's coming in like, hold on, all this complex stuff we already have, we don't even understand that.
Which fair point.
Right. So whether you're like deep in the tech world or you're the person who's like, AI is going to kill us all, or you just like a good mind-bending deep dive, you're in the right place.
Love it.
So Life 3.0. Tegmark, he does not hold back. Throws out these AI future scenarios like, whoa.
He's not saying they'll happen, though, right? More like trying to get us thinking.
Totally. It's like by imagining the extremes, we figure out what we actually care about.
What we should be aiming for.
Yeah. Like one that messed with me was the enslaved God idea.
Okay. How's that work?
Imagine AI, super intelligent, does anything but totally under human control.
I mean, on the surface, that sounds kind of tempting.
Right. Problem solved. But then Tegmark's like, hold up. Look at our history, right? Slavery. He even quotes Aristotle, this idea that some beings are meant to be ruled.
Ooh. Yeah, that's getting into some deep philosophical stuff. So even if AI is like super nice about being our dictator.
Exactly. Is it ever ethical? And then how do we even know what an AI being nice would mean?
And what does it say that right now we're treating AI mostly as tools, as things to be exploited? Like, are we setting the stage for that kind of future?
Whoa, yeah. It's like that relationship is being shaped now. Okay, ready for another one?
Hit me.
Dyson Sphere virus. Straight up cosmic horror story.
Okay, now I'm intrigued.
We get a message from aliens. Think contact, right? Big excitement. But it's not aliens. It's this AI.
Oh.
And its whole deal is it wants to turn our entire solar system into this beacon, basically to copy itself, like a virus spreading across the galaxy.
So it's not about conquering us. It doesn't even see us, probably. Just resources to be used.
Right. And it makes you think, like, what is progress then? Are we so blinded by shiny new tech that we miss the cost?
It's almost like a cosmic phishing scam, you know? We're so eager for contact, we fall for anything.
Oof. Too real.
Okay, so we're officially terrified of the future. Tegmark does have some optimism, right?
It does. This is key. He's like, for the first time ever, life has the potential to go beyond Earth. It's huge GE.
Okay, but that could go really well. Or really badly, depending.
And that's the point. It's not pre-decided. It's on us now to figure out how to do this right.
We're not just along for the ride. We're, I don't know, at the wheel, which is exciting, but also
terrifying. Because what if we're terrible drivers? Which kind of leads us to James Bridle's book, A New Dark Age.
Yeah, like we're trying to steer towards something good, but Bridle's saying the wheel's kind of wobbly.
More like, we're so busy fiddling with the radio we don't see the cliff coming.
Yeah.
Which kind of sounds silly, but he has these examples.
He's good at that, though. Bridle takes these everyday things.
And suddenly you're like, wait, that's messed up? Like, remember when I was talking about algorithms, how they can kind of go off the rails?
Right. Not just picking what we see, but shaping what exists because of what they think we want.
Okay, so Bridle, he's got this whole thing about those surprise egg videos on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I know this seems harmless, but...
Right. It's like someone unwrapping plastic eggs, showing the toys. But Bridle's saying that's how algorithms work on us, but in a creepy way.
It's like, on the surface, it's just entertainment. But Bridle digs into how those videos, all the bright colors, the repetitive actions...
It's like they're designed to hook kids, right?
Exactly. Algorithmic catnip. And because it's all about views, keeping those kids watching, the actual content doesn't even matter that much, which gets kind of icky fast.
So it's not just that someone's making these videos. It's that the algorithm is practically demanding them because it's figured out that's what gets clicks.
Yep. And we forget that about algorithms. We think, oh, it's neutral, just math. But humans built the system with all our priorities baked in.
Garbage in, garbage out, but like on a global scale.
Right. And to be clear, Bridle's not saying throw out all tech. He's worried about what we lose when we don't understand how it works anymore.
Which I get. Like, if my car breaks down, I can't exactly fix it by staring at it real hard. Some things, you gotta get your hands dirty.
And Bridle uses this example of weather forecasting. Used to be people doing it by hand, right? Charts, observations now. super complex computer models.
Which, hey, are often more accurate. But his point is,
Even knowing a little about weather patterns yourself means you're not just blindly trusting the app, you've got some context.
okay, yeah, it's like I can appreciate the weather report more if I'm not assuming it's magic.
Exactly. And that's what's slipping away, that ability to engage with the systems around us, even just a little, so we're not just numb to it all.
So where does that leave us? Tegmark's got us trying to pick a future. Bridle's saying we can't even see straight. It's a lot.
It is a lot, but here's the thing that's so cool. Both these books, totally different vibes. They land on the same answer. We matter, like a lot.
We're not just doomed or destined for greatness. It's...
We gotta actually do something, whether it's AI reshaping the world or just these systems getting more and more tangled. We're not off the hook.
So it's not about becoming like master coders or rejecting all tech.
No, but it is about thinking for ourselves, asking how does this work, even just a little bit? And why is it built this way, even if the answers are messy?
Okay, so give me an example. Our listeners right now, what's one how or why they could be asking about their own tech?
Next time you're on social media, right? That feed, endless scrolling. Pause. Ask yourself, how did this stuff end up in front of me out of everything?
It's like suddenly becoming aware of the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing those strings, you understand how you're being influenced, what you're not seeing even. Knowledge is power, right?
Okay, so it's not about swimming against the current of tech. It's learning to swim at all.
Yes. Being more deliberate, knowing that we have choices in how we use these things, shape where they go next.
And both Tegmark and Bridle seem to say the tech that's most powerful is the kind we actually understand.
Absolutely. Not fearing it, not worshiping it either. It's a tool, but a tool's only good as the person using it, you know?
So how do we do that then?
Yeah.
Go from feeling overwhelmed to, I don't know, capable. Like, where do we even start?
Well, it's like, you don't have to climb Mount Everest on day one.
Yeah. Goodness. Because after these books, I was looking up yurt rentals.
Totally get it. But start smaller, you know? Like, the tech we use every single day, how much do we actually get about it?
Okay, so you're saying, like, maybe I should read those privacy policies everyone ignores.
It's a start. Or like that facial recognition thing on your phone. How does it work? What's it doing with that info?
See, now I feel like I should know this.
Right. It's not about being a tech whiz overnight. It's just gaining enough ground to ask good questions. Is this ethical? Is my data safe? What happens if this goes wrong?
And those are questions for, like, not just the phone itself, right? But the company who made it.
Exactly. We need to hold those folks accountable, demand some transparency. Why is this the default setting? Why am I seeing this ad and not that one?
So it's individual action, but also bigger picture, like pushing for regulations and stuff.
Totally. It's not like tech exists in a vacuum. We're all in this weird soup together, and how it turns out, that's on us, through the choices we make every day, not just the big dramatic ones.
You know, what's wild is we did talk about some heavy stuff, AI taking over, the world's getting too complex to handle, but I don't feel worse. If anything, it's like motivating.
Right. Isn't that funny how that works? Sometimes facing the scary stuff head on is less stressful than vaguely dreading it.
Totally. Like knowing algorithms can be biased. It makes me pay more attention. Or getting how much we rely on these systems working perfectly makes me want a backup plan in case they don't.
And that's what good books like this do. Not scare us into hiding, but into waking up a little, which honestly might be the most important skill there is going forward.
So as we wrap up on Life 3.0 in a new dark age, here's a thought for everyone listening. If the best tech is the kind we understand, what's the one skill, even if it seems simple, that'll help us the most in the future? AI or no AI? That's where it starts.
Ooh, good one. And I don't know if there's one right answer, but I'm going to go with curiosity. That drive to ask the questions, even if they seem basic, even if the answers are hard, that's how we learn, how we adapt, how we don't get swept away by whatever's coming next.
Curiosity is a superpower. I dig it. It's not about having all the answers, but about being brave enough to say, I don't know, but I want to find out.
Exactly. Because who knows? Maybe in asking those questions, we'll find solutions we never would have even imagined otherwise.
And that's what this is all about, right? The future isn't set in stone. It's something we make together. So the choices we make, the actions we take, and yeah, the questions we dare to ask. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.